teacher's quiet space. I saw it there, his name, his case. A jacket tag, a scribble mark. Still holding heat, still faintly dark. I picked it up with hands half shy, heart pacing like a question why. A moment carved from classroom light, brought into view but out of sight. I found him near the exit doors. He turned around, one foot on floor. I held it out, this must be yours. He smiled, said thanks, then nothing more. No, where'd you find it? No, you sure? Just simple nod, no deeper stir. Like I had passed a tissue box or answered something from a clock. He said thanks like it was air, a weightless word that led nowhere. No spark, no tilt, no second beat, just silence filling in the seat. And I stood there with hands now bare, still hoping he might even care. But all I got was one small phrase, no echo back, no sideways gaze. Gym lights hummed, the echoes rang. The bleachers creaked, my shadow swang. I told myself you did your part, but still it stung behind my heart. He walked away, not fast, not slow, like I was just the afterglow of something small, a daily blur, and not the girl who noticed her. He said thanks like it was air, a weightless word that led nowhere. No spark, no tilt, no second beat, just silence filling in the seat. And I stood there with hands now bare, still hoping he might even care. But all I got was one small phrase, no echo back, no sideways gaze. Maybe he just had no clue how much I'd built from something true. A jacket dropped, a thread to pull, but dreams don't fill when hearts are full. Still I held on to that reply, like it might shift if I asked why. But questions die in echo halls, and answers never hit the walls. He said thanks and that was all, while I rehearsed 1,000 calls. No, how'd you find it? No soft joke, just distance set in unbent spokes. I let him go, I didn't chase, still caught in silence face to face. And though he turned with zero weight, I stood in what he didn't state. He said thanks and walked away, but I'm still stuck in yesterday. Next time I'll drop it, let it lie, not bend my heart to passers-by. No more returns with hope laced in, no more applause for might have been. He missed the line, I missed the cue, but now I know what not to do. The bell had rung, the class was done, the golden hour had just begun. I walked back in to grab my notes and heard him laugh in lighter tones. His screen aglow with clips and cheers, a birthday edit full of peers. Balloons and cake, confetti rain, all tied with music sweet and plain. I stood in silence near the door, the playback looped and looped once more. Her face lit up across the screen while I turned blue and quiet green. Because last month when mine had passed, no message came, not even fast. No card, no call, no whispered song, just normal days that moved along. He had its joy for someone else, while mine just gathers dust on shelves. No candles lit, The sky had torn in silver sheets. The pavement sang in splashing beats. My bag was damp, my steps were slow, but still I smiled, he'd maybe know. I saw him near the school's back gate, his posture calm, his timing late. A single dome of black and white, an open arc beneath the light. I walked ahead, not half breath and a fluttered hope beneath my skin. Just maybe he would turn and say, "You'll catch a cold, come this way." But then she came, all soaked in blue, and he just smiled, yeah, like he knew. He tilted left, her steps sped up, and just like that she shared his cup. He held the umbrella, but not for me. Just one small move and I could see the space I dreamed, the line I drew was meant for someone else, not to. No storm, no scream, no crashing sound, just raindrops echoing the ground. He didn't see me, didn't flinch, just shared the shade and closed the inch. Froze mid-step, the world still spun. The clouds kept crying, I just run. Not toward him, no past the scene, as if I never hoped between. The sidewalk blurred beneath my eyes, no thunder, just internal skies. I told myself, it's just the rain, but couldn't wash away that stain. He held the umbrella, but not for me. Just one small move and I could see the space I dreamed, the line I drew was meant for someone else, not to. No storm, no scream, no crashing sound, just raindrops echoing the ground. He didn't see me, didn't flinch, just share the shade and close the inch. Clouds were kind, or that I didn't hope he'd mind. But kindness isn't always loud, and sometimes love wears someone else's shroud. So let them walk and laugh and glow, while I dry off in winds that blow. I'll carry sky upon my skin, a girl he never noticed in. He held the umbrella, turned away, while I just stood and let it play. The raindrops filled my open hands, like every word that never lands. I wasn't late, I wasn't shy, I just got caught beneath the sky. And though he didn't look or see, that rain was never meant for me. He held the umbrella, not by chance, he chose to meet another dance. Next time I'll bring my own clear dome, and never wait to be called home. I'll walk through storms with open face, and learn to love the soaking space. He turned to her, and I broke free. The rain fell hard, but so did me. Between the bells, the hallway hums, shoes on tile, the heartbeat drums. I turned a corner, head held low, and there he was in casual glow. The light had right, our eyes aligned, a flash of pause, the perfect time. But just as quick, his gaze dropped down to glass and thumbs, that glowing crown.
Subtle glue and pinned me there, just passing through. He walked right past with zero weight, no double take, no twist of fate, just green in hand and steady pace, while I stood still in empty space. We met, we paused, we didn't speak, a moment wide, a silence leak, so close to spark, so close to light, but timing folded out of sight. He didn't mean to let it fade, but still I felt my color shade. 1 second stared, no echoes heard, a ghost of me beneath the world.
still hear what I don't get. That single glance, a chance misplaced, now filed away, unreplaced. No one saw it, no one knew, except the girl who almost grew into a voice, a brave hello, but swallowed it before the show. We met, we paused, we didn't speak. A moment wide, a silence leak, so close to spark, so close to light, but timing folded out of sight. He didn't mean to let it fade, but still I felt my colors shade. 1 second stared, no echoes heard, a ghost of me beneath the world. Maybe next time I'll bite the air and carve a syllable from stare, but for today the screen won first and left me swimming in the thirst of almost hung in crowded halls, of glances that don't break the walls. He didn't do a thing unkind, but still I looped that frame in mind. We met, we paused and then reset, like not a word had even met. I told myself it's nothing big, but still it pulls like thread and twig. He didn't know, he didn't guess how much I built from secondness. 1 glance, 1 chance, then gone and blurred like breath that never formed a word. We met, we paused, and I stood still while he kept walking past the thrill. Next time I'll shout, or at least try not watch the moment drift and die. No screen should win what hearts could be, no stare should end in clean retreat. He walked away, but now I see that silence didn't conquer me. The chairs were stacked, the clock ran late. My shoes squeaked past the hallway gate. Back from class I didn't choose, with paper hands and faded views. The door creaked wide, the room stood still, a hush that pressed against my will. Then on his desk I saw it there, a scribbled note all lined up Heading home, it simply said, no hearts, no names, no crimson thread, just quick and clean, a dash, a loop, as if it floated in a group. I told myself it's nothing big, but still I felt the tug, the dig of maybe hope, of maybe dream, that I was part of what it means. He wrote it fast and meant it wide, but still I held it close inside, like maybe it was mine to keep. A lowercase love, soft and deep. I knew the truth, I knew the tone. It wasn't carved for me alone, but part of me still dared to see that note
sky half gold. The library dim, the silence bold. A row of books, a chair, a seat, and him just there, so calm, so neat. He turned a page with steady grace. No rush, no pause, no wasted space. The sound was soft but pierced right through, like every page he didn't view. I sat beside with book in hand, pretending I could understand. The words all blurred, the ink ran dry, each line a breath. I didn't try. My mouth was closed, my throat a knot. The line to speak already forgot, so I flipped pages one by one to match the sound that he had done. Flip the page, don't say a thing, just act like books mean everything. He's close enough to brush my thought, but far enough that I am not. No eye contact, no whispered cue, just echoes of what I won't do. The silence roars like crashing seas, but still I fake a page with ease. He scratched his pen, I dropped mine too. A mimic move, I didn't mean to. A glance, a twitch, but nothing more. Just paper sounds and wooden floor. He never knew how much I played. 1,000 scripts I never said. Each breath a stage, each blink a bluff. While acting brave was not enough. Flip the page, don't say a thing, just act like books mean everything. He's close enough to brush my thought, but far enough that I am not. No eye contact, no whispered cue, just echoes of what I won't do. The silence roars like crashing seas, but still I fake a page with ease. Maybe one day I'll just speak, cut through the calm and hear it creak. But not today, not here, not yet. I'm tangled in this unread text. He doesn't know he shares my space, that I align to match his pace. One desk apart, one breath away, but no line breaks this script today. Flip the page, then flip again, like silence solves what hearts pretend. He doesn't know my plot line here. The chapters blurred by silent fear, but still I turn, still I repeat, still match his rhythm beat by beat. He reads the book while I read him, and drown beneath the library din. Flip the page, but next time speak. Don't let the quiet hide the weak. I've read enough, I played enough. It's time to burn the fear to dust. He's just a boy, not made of glass. So maybe next time I will last, but for today I'll just remain the girl who turned, but not in vain. The whistle blew, the cheers were loud. We formed our lines beneath the crowd. 100 feet on powdered ground, but I just watched who stood around. I found my place, just back and right. His shoulder near, his shirt inside. My breath held tight like final calls, as if the shutter caught it all. The camera clicked, the moment froze. We laughed, we leaned in messy rows. I hope just once our eyes might meet in pixels where two glances greet. But when the photo made its round, his gaze was set, already found. Not at the lens, not at the light, but someone else just off to right. I stood behind him in the frame, but someone else lit up his name. He didn't know, he didn't try to look at me, not even shy. It wasn't cold, it wasn't cruel, just fate that played a different rule. I smile for real, but still it shows. He faced her laugh, not what I chose.
and scrolled like time gone past, but I just zoomed and tried to see if there was any trace of me. Behind his head, a blurry shape, a girl who stayed in background drape. I'm there, I know, but just not seen, a ghost beneath the yellow sheen. I stood behind him in the frame, but someone else lit up his name. He didn't know, he didn't try to look at me, not even shy. It wasn't cold, it wasn't cruel, just fate that played a different role. I smiled for real, but still it shows. He faced her laugh, not what I chose. Maybe I'll laugh a little wide next time the camera's on our side, or stand up front, or shift the pose and stop hiding where silence grows. But part of me just wants the chance to steal a look, a shared glance, without the angles, tricks, or spin. Just someone seeing where I've been. I stood behind and hoped he'd see, but photo proof won't lie for me. She shines so bright, the frame been clean, while I just flickered in between. No edits made, no filters on, just proof of where her attention's drawn. He faced a smile that wasn't mine, a snapshot locked outside the line. I stood behind and now I rise, no longer cropped from someone's eyes. Next time I'll be the light that glows, the first thing that the camera knows. He didn't turn, he didn't see, but that won't steal the best of me. I'll face the lens and strike the beat, a girl no frame can add delete. Doors slid wide, the crowd poured in, evening light on scattered skin. I clutched my bag to quiet space, then saw his profile framed in grace. Earbuds in, his head turned down, lost in songs that ruled the town. But something shifted, soft and light. He smiled and took his left ear right. He laughed not loud but fully warm, a moment split from subway norm to someone near, just steps ahead, while I stood still with thoughts unread. He didn't scan the rows behind, he didn't sense my watching mind. The space we shared just centimeters, still I was just part of the meter. We ride at the same train, breathe the same air, but he's in a world that's unaware. One gesture blooms, I disappear like silent film no one can hear. He shares a smile, I steal a glance, our rhythms never get the chance. He pressed pause for someone's cheer, but never knew that I was near. I faked a scroll, looked down in time, pretending I missed every sign. But tracks don't lie, and neither does the ache of what attention was. The carriage rocked, he stayed in frame, so unaware we shared a name. To him the stop just passed like rain, to me it etched a window pane. Same train, breathe the same air, but he's in a world that's unaware. One gesture blooms, I disappear like silent film no one can hear. He shares a smile, I steal a glance, our rhythms never get the chance. He pressed pause for someone's cheer, but never knew that I
crowds were loud, the lights were bright. Weekend buzz and neon light. I spun around, half lost, half free, then turned and caught unexpectedly. There he stood with half a grin, hands in pockets, sunburned skin. I said, "You're here, that's such surprise." But something shifted in his eyes. Too quick, looked off a beat, like dancing off from steady feet. Didn't know you'd come, he said, but shadows flickered where words bled. His gaze was light but not quite still, like silence balancing a hill. That second crack, that subtle twitch, I caught the glitch behind the switch. He said, "Didn't know like it's a breeze, but truth slipped out between the E's. One blink too long, one breath too short, and suddenly the air went toward. No lies and ink, no shattered trust, just instincts coated in the dust of something planned that didn't fit, a name he thought I wouldn't get." Of snacks, of who was there. He laughed and tugged his tousled hair, but all I heard beneath his tone was echoes he left well alone. Another girl waved from the side. He waved back fast, then tried to hide. I watched him walk, not far, not near, still anchored to a ghost of fear. He said, "Didn't know like it's a breeze, but truth slipped out between the E's. One blink too long, one breath too short, and suddenly the air went toward. No lies and ink, no shattered trust, just instincts coated in the dust of something planned that didn't fit, a name he thought I wouldn't get." Maybe I wasn't meant to show, maybe he hoped I'd never know, but secrets blink like traffic lights, and I don't miss those kinds of sights. Still I smiled, still I played the girl who's never too dismayed, but inside thunder shook my feet from every word he didn't repeat. He said, "Didn't know," and turned away, but I could read what eyes betray. Not cruel, not sharp, not even mean, just softer truths left in between. And I, the girl who notices, now walk with one more line to miss. He didn't lie, not loud, not clear, but I still heard what he feared. He said, "Didn't know, but I could tell the story stashed too soft to sell. Next time I won't just let it slide or watch the truth from where it hides." He smiled, but I won't forget the way his glance and mine near met. He played it cool, but I don't flee from eyes that try not to see me. The platform buzzed in morning haze, my shadow stretched in shifting grays. I saw his figure draw in tight, a slow approach, a beam of light. His steps aligned with perfect beat, my pulse kept pace, then skipped defeat. For half a breath I stood in flame. He looked ahead and said her name. I wasn't wrong, but not quite right, just in the path, not in his sight. He brushed past me without a clue, my hopes collapsed in silent view. Behind me stood the name, he says, like morning sun. But till that day I won't pretend to chase a line that doesn't bend. I rode the train and watched him shrink into a thought I couldn't blink. The tracks moved on, the world turned fast, and left behind that almost past. He walked toward me halfway true, but veered before I made it through. I played it cool, I bit my pride, and watched him greet her from the side. He smiled like I'd never stood, like fiction burned where real love could. So I exhaled and faced the sea of windows framing who won't see. He walked toward me, almost fade, but turned to meet a different gate. Next time I won't stand still and pray for someone else to look my way. I'll board before the curtain's drawn. No more was I, then guess I'm gone. He missed a stop, but now I see I'm not a place he meant to be. Screen was lit, my message sent, polite on task, a soft intent. Group chat buzz with gifs and flair, but mine just hung in empty air. 3 checks, 1 tick, then quiet glare. I waited for that ping to tear. Across the room he laughed and typed, but not for me, my line got swiped. We sat so close, our desks aligned, but I was nowhere in his mind. He answered all the others fast, like I was coded in the past. The clock still blinked, the silence grew, a phantom sound I never knew. No sure, no yep, not even seen, just unread words on glowing screen. A single ping could save the sky, but all I got was silent. Why? He left me there without a note, and I sank fast without a boat. One empty line, a world apart. No voice, no tap, no beating heart. He didn't block, he didn't fight, he just forgot I was inside. I double checked, then looked away, pretending it was just delay. But every buzz from someone new felt like a spark he never threw. The others typed, emojis flew, but my side stayed a shade too blue. I stared and smiled like nothing cracked, while holding back the sound I lacked. A single ping could save the sky, but all I got was silent. Why? He left me there without a note, and I sank fast without a boat. One empty line, a world apart. No voice, no tap, no beating heart. He didn't block, he didn't fight, he just forgot I was inside. Maybe it's just a glitch, a lag, or maybe I was just a tag. Not worth the thumb, not worth the scroll, not part of what he called the whole. But still I typed, still tried to stay inside a world that looked away, while red sat cold beside my name and turned our thread into a game. A single ping, I held my breath, but felt instead a kind of death. The class went on, the group replied, and I just watched my hope divide. He never meant to cut so deep, but silence has a way to seep. It screams in pings that never land, and crushes hearts it doesn't plan. A single ping that never came still echoes loud inside. The screen was lit, my message sent, polite on task, a soft intent. Group chat buzzed with gifts and flair, but mine just hung in empty air. 3 checks, 1 tick, then quiet glare. I waited for that ping to tear. Across the room he laughed and typed, but not for me, my line got swiped. We sat so close, our desks aligned, but I was nowhere in his mind. He answered all the others fast, like I was coded in the past. The clock still blinked, the silence grew, a phantom sound I never knew. No sure, no yep, not even seen, just unread words on glowing screen. A single ping could save the sky, but all I got was silent. Why he left me there without a note, and I sank fast without a bow. One empty line, a world apart, no voice, no tap, no beating heart. He didn't block, he didn't fight, he just forgot I was in sight. I double-checked and looked away, pretended it was just delay. But every buzz from someone new felt like a spark he never threw. The others typed, emojis flew, but my side stayed a shade too blue. I stared and smiled like nothing cracked, while holding back the sound I lacked. A single ping could save the sky, but all I got was silent. Why he left me there without a note, and I sank fast without a boat. One empty line, a world apart, no voice, no tap, no beating heart. He didn't block, he didn't fight, he just forgot I was in sight. Maybe it's just a glitch, a lag, or maybe I was just a tag. Not worth the thumb, not worth the scroll, not part of what he called the whole. But still I typed, still tried to stay inside a world that looked away, while red sat cold beside my name and turned our thread into a game. A single ping, I held my breath, but felt instead a kind of death. The class went on, the group replied, and I just watched my hope divide. He never meant to cut so deep, but silence has a way to seep. It screams and pings that never land and crushes hearts it doesn't plan. A single ping that never came still echoes loud inside my name. Next time I won't sit and wait for signs that only generate. I'll be the sound I need to hear, no longer held by his non-cheer. If he can't tap, then I'll delete the thread that tied me to defeat. She glowed like light through window panes, while I stood frozen in my lanes. No spotlight cue, no clever line, just me 5 steps behind the shine. I held my breath, my tongue too tight, afraid to shatter something right. I saw them there, a perfect frame, while I rehearsed his name in shame. So close to speak, so far to mean, just part of background never seen. They laughed like skies that never break, while I became a shadowed ache. I didn't trip, I didn't had called, would he have turned? Or would the spotlight just have burned? I'm not the type who steals the scene, but I still dream of what could have means. Their backs moved on, the air went still, and left me caught in silent will. Next time I'll speak, or maybe scream, instead of drowning in a dream. I saw them there, not looking back, and I just stared, caught in the track, where echoes grow but answers don't, and words dry up the more you won't. I smiled like it didn't sting, but silence buzzed through everything. I didn't fall, I didn't fight, but still I lost a quiet light. I saw them there and felt the space between their stride and my own pace. I'll catch my voice, I'll raise my tone, so next time I won't walk alone. No more steps behind the scene, no more dreams halfway between. He didn't hear, but I was there, a breath away and full of air.
Class was slow, the lights too bright. I grabbed the tab a bit too tight. The screen's still warm, a swipe away from yesterday. Someone forgot to stray his handwriting messy bold, a doodle drawn before it got old. And there it was, like neon flare. Let's reminisce the best with flair. Just someone else he clearly chose, a girl who laughs in stereo while I just sit in shadow glow. I tap the screen like it would change, undo his lines, rewrite the page, but truth doesn't come with backspace keys. It lingers loud in memories. He wrote her name like it's a crown, and I just smiled and passed it down. No glitch, no bug, no second guess, just proof that I meant something less. I wasn't meant to see that phrase, but now it's stuck in looping plays. He never knew how deep it cut. A name can slam a heart shut. I laughed it off or tried to fake, pretended it was no heartbreak. I passed the tab to someone new while shrinking in a sea of blue. He waved at me from down the row, no clue what I now could not know. To him it's nothing, just a joke. To me it's all the words he spoke. He wrote her name like it's a crown, and I just smiled and passed it down. No glitch, no bug, no second guess, just proof that I meant something less. I wasn't meant to see that phrase, but now it's stuck in looping plays. He never knew how deep it cut. A name can slam a heart shut. I don't need hearts drawn on screens or phrases trapped in digital dreams, but still it hurt to see so clear that I was never even near. He'll never know I saw the sign, he'll never guess this ache is mine. But now I save it, etched in mind, the kind of truth you wish was blind. He wrote her name and it just stayed, while all my colors slowly fade. A second's glance, a careless note, now sits like ink inside my throat. I wanted less than grand confess, just not to be that second guess, but silence tells me what I lack. You can't swipe feelings and take them back. He wrote her name, bold and bright, while I erase my name from light. No need for drama, no fake scenes, just quiet rage behind the screens. Next time I'll draw a line that's mine, and strokes too fierce to undermine. He'll tap and laugh, but I'll upload a name that can't be shadow scrolled. pulled a book from quiet shelves where secrets sleep and time forgets itself. The dust will dance like whispered clues and pages turned in paper blues. A folded mark fell soft and slow between two lines I didn't know. A heart in ink uneven drawn, two names in cursive linked and strong. Like stars that softly shine, while mine stayed back between the lines. No war, no fight, no clear-cut wrong, just silence pressed where names belong. He never knew what I had seen, but now I live in pages between. I open stories and I stayed, but now I write in sharper shade. This chapter's hers and that's okay, but I won't fade in quiet gray. Next time I read, slow, the morning bright, dust still cold but heart alight. Today was mine, or so I thought. A little wish the world forgot. I wore my hair the way he said, tucked my hopes in shades of red. Just one good morning said it with flair, and maybe he would care. Cake in hand, all smiles and tease for someone else, her name with ease. He lit the match, not needing mine, and sang her name in perfect time. No stolen glance, no missed hello, just candles burning, sugar glow. It was my day, but not my scene. He played the part, but off the screen. I waited for a simple phrase, but it was hers, not mine.
on my phone, no blinking light, just empty space and pixel light. I smelled so wide, my teeth got sore, and watched the class begin to roar. She thanked him twice, he bowed so low, the candles danced, the crumbs in tow. I clapped along like I belonged, while singing all the notes so wrong. It was my day, but not my scene. He played the part, but off the screen I waited for a simple phrase, but it was hers, not mine, he praised. No card, no joke, no sideways glance, just frosting in another dance. I bit my lip and tried to show it's fine if no one has to know. Maybe I wished on stars too late, maybe I dreamt and called it fate, but I won't fold from paper cuts or melt for half-sad birthday butts. He doesn't see the cake I hide inside the smile I wore with pride. He baked for her, not out of spite, but I still cried in morning light. It was my day, in secret held, but still I cheered while silence swelled. I didn't ask, I didn't speak, I played the part so clean, so meek. Yet deep beneath the frosting flake, a single candle burned awake, a quiet flame he'll never blow, because it's mine and he won't know. It was my day and I still shine, without his voice, without his line. No wish from him, no sweet surprise, but I won't dim for passing eyes. Next year I'll dance, I'll light the sky, and never wait for one good guy. He missed the cue, but I still glow, with all the light he'll never know.
Brush in hand, the paper clean, black ink whispers soft and lean. We each must write a single word to echo loud without being heard. He stood ahead, sleeves rolled with grace, that usual look, half thought, half chase. He dipped the brush, his wrist held tight, and wrote one word in bold and light. And it curved across the page, a perfect stroke, a subtle cage. I stared so hard, forgot my name, because that word felt just the same. Just like his voice, just like his smile, there then gone in half a mile. One day warm, the next erased, like he enjoys the in-between space. He wrote unclear and made it art, but that's the blueprint of his heart. A riddle wrapped in casual tone that leaves me guessing on my own. He's not cruel, he's not unkind, just always slightly undefined. But now that word won't fade away, it stains the part I meant to say. The silence sharp, the meaning frayed. My hand still shook above the sheet with all the words I couldn't meet. He glanced around and met my gaze, then looked away and practiced days. Like, did you see? And never mind, like he was something on his side. He wrote unclear and made it art, but that's the blueprint of his heart. A riddle wrapped in casual tone that leaves me guessing on my own. He's not cruel, he's not unkind, just always slightly undefined. But now the word won't fade
inside a shade. Maybe he thinks that's how hearts fade, but I won't be a dotted line. I'm not some maybe you define. So let him live in shades of gray while I ride storms and blaze my way. If he won't choose, then I'll begin a script that never caves within. He wrote unclear and stood so proud while I grew silent in the crowd. But now I see it crystal bright.